This is Activity 4.4 on page 142, Setting Form Properties. We have the database My Cabin Rentals forms open, and we also have Form Cabins open. To restrict what users can do in the form, you will set form properties to prevent tasks such as changing the active setting, adding or deleting records, or accessing the layout view. So number one, we want to hide form components. We're going to right click on our Form Cabins tab, and we're going to switch over to Design View. We want to make sure that our property sheet is shown. So on our Design Contextual tab in our Tools group, we're going to select Property Sheet. And we want to scroll. We want to make sure that we're on our All tab, and we want to scroll to see the CB Active checkbox. If you need to, you can make this a little wider just by dragging that border on the property sheet. My mistake. We're supposed to be looking for that in the drop down here. No wonder I couldn't find it. CB Active from your drop down up top. And then in the actual pane, you want to select your Data tab. And where it says Locked, click into No. And from that drop down, you're going to change that to Yes. So that's going to prevent any users from changing a certain cabin from active to inactive or vice versa. So we can save our form, and then we're going to switch to Form View. We want to navigate to our last record, and this is going to be Wayne's Cottage. And you can see that Wayne's Cottage is active, and we're going to try to check this off. And you can see it doesn't let us uncheck the box. That's because that form control is now locked. So even accidentally, sometimes people will delete controls or labels or something like that. So having them locked is very beneficial. Number two, observe that you can still change the active value from table cabins. From our navigation pane, we're going to double click Table Cabins to open that up. You can see Wayne's Cottage is in the number 7 cabin ID position. And if we scroll to the right to that active field and try to uncheck it from here, you can see it still lets us do that. Okay, and if we save this, we'll do Control S to save that table and switch back to Form Cabins. We're back at Wayne's Cottage, which is cabin ID number 7, and you can see that has been updated with an unchecked active button now. So values can still be updated through the table, but users accessing the database through the form cannot change the field. This provides some protection from users making unintended changes. All right, number 3, view actions that can be performed to a record from within a form. We're going to go to our Home tab, and in our Records group, you can see that the New button is enabled. So we can create a new record from within this form. And in that same records group, if we select the drop down for delete, you can see that the option to delete a record is available to us as well. So again, this might be an option that you would want to deactivate so users don't intentionally or unintentionally delete any of your cabin records. So we're going to switch back Form Cabins to Design View. And you're going to go up into the very corner of your design view of your form. There's this one square here. You want the very top one in the corner. And if you select that, just click into it, it technically selects everything on the entire form. You won't see everything highlighted, but everything is technically selected right now. So if I was to, put protection through my property sheet on anything to not be deleted, it would apply to everything on the form. So now you can see that the whole entire form is selected. Before we did the CB active checkbox, now the form is selected. So now we're going to prevent records from being added or deleted in a form. So we're going to go over to our Data tab, and we're going to select the Allow Additions drop-down. You can see it right now, it's set to yes. We're going to change this to no. And then in the next section, Allow Deletions, we're going to also change this to no. And we also want to restrict the use of Layout View. We're going to go to our Format tab. And here you have the option Allow Layout View. So you don't want any users to be able to change your form around, move things around, labels, content controls, anything like that. So we can deny access to that by switching this to no as well. So now when we right-click on Form Cabins, what's not shown here anymore? We no longer have the option to switch over to Layout View. We only have Form and Design View shown. And if we go back up to our Home tab in our Records group, look what else is not available. Well, let me actually switch to Form View first. But in our Records group, New is now grayed out. We don't have that option, and I don't even have the option to choose the drop-down arrow for delete. So no users would be able to add new records or delete new records. Also on your navigation bar, that new blank record button, no longer active. So all of that has been disabled. All right, we're going to save our form. We can close all of our tabs. And we'll leave this database open for our next activity.